Hello, good morning. My name's Daniela. Welcome to the channel. Sort of picked a name for it, but I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with it. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly look at these elections and that because I'm absolutely devastated at what's happening. My only hope is that the reform have got too much too soon, and hopefully they'll lose control because it's only been 2.5 years since Labour's been in, so a lot can happen at this point still up until the next general election. It's not looking good at the moment. Someone else said that Labour still have a lot of seats, so we'll see, but definitely 100% Keir Starmer I think needs to go. I don't really care who we get, as long as it's anyone but Streeting, to tell you the truth. In fact, I wouldn't even mind Rayner coming in. What's the worst that can happen? But yeah, not doing too good at the moment. Let's see what they got to say.
Well, look, I mean, people are playing it down. There was sort of suggestions that we might lose up to 1,850 seats, and we think it's probably going to be fewer than 1,500. But losing 1,500 seats when you're defending 2,500 seats is fairly bad, isn't it? I mean, you can't really say there's nothing to see here, let's plough on more of the same. There's got to be significant change, in my view.
What went wrong?
Well, look, on the doorstep in East Hull and across the city, I'm afraid to say it was Keir Starmer that came up. That's just the truth. I'm not happy about it. But that was what was coming up time and again. Policy a little bit, the winter fuel debacle and the welfare benefits stuff a bit. The fact that we can't speak about the policies that we are enacting, which will change lives for the better, because of the Mandelson stuff. That's the stuff that was coming up in terms of policy from the government. But the real thing was Keir Starmer's leadership, and the fact that, I'm afraid to say, and this really does pain me, I mean it sincerely, by the way, Keir Starmer is more toxic on the doorstep in East Hull than Jeremy Corbyn ever was.
So you're saying we need to see him go and someone else come in. Who should that be?
I'm not saying that, actually. I don't think we should be dancing to the tune of reform and Nigel Farage saying this was a referendum on Keir Starmer's premiership and he's got to go. I think that would be a mistake, frankly. You look round the Parliamentary Labour Party, who's going to pick up the mantle? That's the reality of where we are. We're a bit stuck. But what we do need to do, I listened to an interview from John McDonnell earlier, what we do need to do, in my experience and my view, is listen to the PLP, listen to backbenchers. Don't treat us as cannon fodder, voting material. Don't treat us as the legal necessity to get things through. Listen to us, consult with us, roll the pitch when you're bringing policy in that we've never heard of and never been promised in manifestos, and behave with reasonable respect towards the backbenches. Don't treat us with contempt. And I'm afraid to tell you, Keir Starmer's leadership has treated backbenchers with utter contempt. He said a few months ago he's going to start listening. I've not seen any evidence of that.
So you're clearly angry, and it's understandable. But what is the solution? If you were to speak to Sir Keir later on today, what would you say to him in terms of what he needs to do next?
Well, look, I think he's got to start with an apology to the country, to the electorate. We promised to be different. We promised not to be chaotic. We promised not to be incompetent. We promised to be holier than thou. That was the promise in the 2024 general election. And I'm afraid to say that's not been delivered. So what I would start with is I'm sorry. I would apologise to all those Labour activists, those councillors in Hull who've lost their seats, the councillors and the campaigners and the community activists up and down the country who have lost seats as a result of the unpopularity of Keir Starmer. Start from there and then build upwards.
I've got Sam Coates, our Deputy Political Editor, with me. He's got a question for you, if that's all right.
He always has.
Hello,
Good morning, Sam.
Hello, Carl. You dance around this subject the whole time, Carl, but it is quite clear to me that you have completely lost confidence in Keir Starmer. You spent months blaming his advisors, you spent months blaming his cabinet. Why do you excuse him other than he was once a personal friend?
Because I know him a bit, Sam, is the truth. And I think he is capable of delivering. But I do think he's had bad advice over the months and, frankly, for a long time. I think he's capable of delivering, though, and I'm holding on to that hope. That's the truth. I don't want him gone. And you look round, as I've said, you look round the PLP, who's going to replace him at the minute? There isn't anybody. So let's not start carrying on like that. Let's try and build from this terrible position into something like. It might be beyond the point of no return, but I'm hopeful that it's not.
OK, Carl Turner, MP, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you coming on this early. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is it for Vote 2026. My thanks to Sam Coates, Ayesha Hazarika, also Nadeem Zahawi. Thanks to you as well if you've stayed with us all night. Well done. We congratulate your stamina. Plenty more coverage here on Sky News with Kamali Melbourne and Anna Joan. Next, Nigel Farage this morning suggesting Reform UK is on course for a general election victory after taking council seats from Labour in the early local election results. Keir Starmer's party, of course, hemorrhaging results overnight. Plenty more to come throughout the day, right here on Sky News. Good morning.
Well, that's a load of bullshit, isn't it? What do you say to that? Yeah, no, Labour have completely fucked it up. All that hype of them winning the election off the Conservatives after 14 years, just for them within 2.5 years of being in power, not knowing what to do. Like, they literally just fucked it all up. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Wow. Well, that was a short video anyway. It's the first video I was putting on the channel. It's basically just a tester more than anything. We are going to do different kinds of stuff anyway on the channel. We're going to... let me just get it up. So there's the channel. So yeah, no, have a little have a follow in that. Everyone's welcome to follow. It's a safe space for all. We have the rules and stuff like that. More than happy to check it out and that, follow and stuff. We've got all different kinds of things we want to do. You know, we're going to be looking at other channels, especially those that do cyberbullying or picking on people or hateful content stuff. We'll be looking at that, basically news and politics and things like that. So we're doing lots of different things, not just one type of thing. And hopefully we'll build a good community of friends and good people and that to come join, have a chat and stuff and have a laugh, whatever, etc. But definitely zero tolerance to anyone who wants to bring negativity, any kind of harassment, bullying, anything like that, and gone, kicked, gone. Trolls not welcome. We'll troll the trolls. We don't need trolls trolling us. Alright, cool. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your morning. It's just coming up 7 o'clock. And should hopefully produce some other videos and that in the coming days and so on. Thank you.